Hey YouTube, let's talk about Agatha All Alone, episode 3. So, I liked episode 3. I give it about a 8.5 out of 10. It started off a little bit slow, but once it got into the middle of the episode, it really piqued my interest and really carried it throughout the rest of the episode. And let's just hop into it. There's a lot to unpack here. So, the first thing we find out is uh, none of the witches, like Agatha, they can't know anything about Teen. So we find out that someone's put a sigil on him, and we don't know why. And they're thinking that it's Agatha. Agatha's denying it. So we got a little bit more information about that. And then also we find out that while they're on the witch's road, they're going to be basically having to pass these tests that test each one of their strengths. This episode was the potion makers. We're going to test her strength. And so what we have is they're walking the witch's road and they come upon this house. They enter the house, but then the house has no doorknob, so they can't escape. And they're presented with a riddle. And as they're trying to solve the riddle, the potion maker and the teen, they go have a side conversation, and we find out that there's a rumor that Agatha sold her son for the Book of the Damned, and nobody knows what happened to the son. And it was a reference saying, "Oh well, if her son came and knocked on her door, she wouldn't even know it because she gave him up so young." And so there's kind of like a speculation that Teen could be the son of Agatha. And then the M word was thrown around, Mephisto. So there could be something of Mephisto's doing at hand here. So after they have that side conversation, we get back to the riddle and they solve the riddle and they have to drink this wine. They drink the wine, but come to find out it's poison. And the way the poison works is how it works at first is your face is going to swell up and then it's going to go back to normal. And then you're going to slowly progress. You're going to have hallucinations. Your heart's going to start racing, blah, 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 until you're dead. So they have to figure out, okay, what the poison is and concoct an antidote in 30 minutes. And so the potion maker, she figures it out and they have to each go get their supplies. So they each go to separate rooms of this house. Now, what we find out, we get a little bit of backstory about each of the witches because during their hallucinations, it kind of came up that, okay, the defense, which she is basically mourning over her mom. She's looking for her mom or what happened to her mom. And we kind of see, oh, like her mom basically probably took her own life because her grandmother died the same day. And then we find out that the Divinity, which I think that's what it's called, she's really old. When Agatha made that joke about her being like 400 years old, yeah, she's really old because her backstory or her hallucination that she had was like from the Victorian age. And then with the potion maker, her hallucination wasn't really explained or any like it. I didn't see the point of it because she had this man that was talking to her, kind of degrading her, and then ultimately he started to basically drown her in the sink. It really didn't make any sense to me. Maybe some more be explored later on, but I just didn't get that part. And then with Agatha, we find out, oh, so when they said she sold her son for the Book of the Dam, she's having a hallucination. She hears a baby crying, and she goes to see because it's in the bassinet. She goes to the bassinet, pulls the cover back or the blanket, and it's a book. It's the Book of the Dam, and so that kind of leads us to think, oh, maybe she really did sell her kid for this book. Now, ultimately, they resolve the issue and they concoct the potion or the antidote. They make the antidote. They all have to drink it, and essentially they are scurried off, have to escape in this oven. And the episode, it really ends. Now the build up to that was really, really good. I have to give props to kind of the lighting. I really like the lighting in this episode because once we had that transition from where they're over the sink and they're looking and they're making the antidote, well, when Agatha has her hallucination, it's very lit, and then just like that it's kind of switched until like we can only focus on Agatha. It was done really, really well. And there was another camera kind of transition that happened where after they escaped through the oven, everybody's sliding down this slide, and then we have the cameras kind of turned upside down, and then as the last person comes out of the slide, it kind of twists back up forward, up right away. And that was just a really, really cool camera transition to me. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. But we got a lot more questions that came with this episode, and I think it really builds off the momentum that episode 2 had. So overall, Marvel's doing pretty good so far. So I would say, yeah, definitely watch this episode. Now, if you watch this episode, please comment down below what you thought about it. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, and have a good day.